This is Jamie from Eat Clean Bro. As you all know, I've come from very humble beginnings. Started Eat Clean Bro with my last $300, and most of you guys know the story of this is where it began. This door. I come back here, I cannot believe that this is how, you know, Eat Clean Bro got its feet in the ground, became the iconic New Jersey company, now in 17 states. But it all really started here, in this parking lot, in this side door. People would come up, drive up, say their name. I'd run through the hallway into the walk-in box. I'd come out, get their meals, send them on their way, and it just took off. And people loved the food, people loved me. Before Eat Clean Bro, I was working at tons of restaurants. I was trying to be a bodybuilder. I always say I was a gym rat before it was cool to be a gym rat, and I always cooked for my friends. So back in the day in New Jersey, everybody had a guy who did their meals, and I was one of those guys. Eat Clean Bro started January 13th, 2013, when I got a phone call from my buddy Matt, who I haven't spoken to in like 7 years, called me out of nowhere, was like, hey man, are you still cooking? At the time, I was bartending 3 days a week. I had very little income. I was living at my buddy Paul's house, and I lied and said yes. Took my last $300 from bartending that weekend, and I started cooking for him and his friends. I say the first 6 months was the hardest because that was before I had any type of help with the cooking, help with delivering, help with dealing with the customers. I was doing everything myself the first 6 months. I was wheeling and dealing, I was begging and borrowing. I was at a restaurant up the street. I bartered with the owner. I said, hey, I'll manage your restaurant for free if you let me use your kitchen in the mornings. Then I shot down Route 9 to this restaurant. It's no longer there. It was called the Tabla. Was working there, and Tuesday, after working almost 24 hours, I'm scrubbing pots and pans. She comes in and says, Jamie, I'm not renewing the lease. So my heart sank, and I'm like, all right, like how much time do I have to figure out where's the next place I'm cooking? And before I could even respond, she's like, you got to find a new place on Friday. So by Tuesday morning, I had till Friday to find a new place to cook, and I had to find somewhere to cook for my customers on Thursday. So in reality, I had less than 24 hours to find a place to cook. And I remember just my heart sinking, thinking, oh man, like I failed again. I wasted 6 more months of my life doing this. And I called Joe Mosco here at Nonna's. It was the most vulnerable point in my life. And I called him up out of nowhere. I said, hey Joe, I got this little catering business. I'm cooking for bodybuilders. Can I use your kitchen? I'll pay you this in rent. No strangers, it'll just be me. And he said, yeah man, like come over, it's fine, whatever you need. And I just had so much relief, and I was so grateful that that somebody at a time of being so vulnerable just, yeah man, like no problem, come in. And I'll never forget that. And Nonna's was the true starting point of Eat Clean Bro. It's been an incredible journey. Like I said, the first 6 months was the hardest. I got into Nonna's middle of June, July-ish of 2013, and I never looked back. And I spent a couple years here. Now I'd love to show you how we made over 5,000 meals a week in pretty much one day at a restaurant that was not meant to do what we did, but we made it work. It was towards the end, Joe was kind of like, Jamie, like please find somewhere else to go because you're blowing the roof off of this place. And through all the stress, all the chaos, all the growth, all the madness, Joe and I are still very close, and we still have a very good relationship.